Imagine you're alone at night and you find a book that writes its own stories. But here's the terrifying part: whatever it writes starts happening in real life. Welcome to the Dark Recap, where every story gets darker and every second gets scarier. So the film begins showing a time many years ago on Halloween night. That evening, 3 friends were standing by the roadside. Among them, the girl's name is Stella. They plan to tease someone and play a prank. Stella is with her 2 male friends. Soon, they notice a boy and begin bothering him. They throw eggs at his car and trouble him in different ways. The boy gets angry and starts chasing them, bringing along his friends. Stella and her group quickly run away from there. While running, they spot a parked car and get inside it. A boy was already sitting in the front seat of that car. His name was Ramon. The boy chasing them arrives there too, but stops after seeing that stranger and says nothing further. No one had ever seen that boy before, since he was not from this place. They all lived in a small town. Now Stella and her friends start talking to him. Ramon tells them that he loves traveling. Stella and her friends say that's a nice thing. Then they mention a house nearby. It is an old house where no one goes. It is believed that many years ago a wealthy family used to live there. People never knew why that house was abandoned, and many believed it was haunted. Stella then tells Ramon that they are adventurous and not afraid of anything. She asks Ramon if he will join them to go there. Ramon agrees and says why not, as he loves exploring new places. Now, the 4 of them move toward that house without any fear. It didn't look like a normal house, but more like a palace. It was massive. Soon, they step inside. At the same time, one of Stella's friends notices something strange. He spots a creepy old woman sitting in a room with her dog beside her. He gets shocked, thinking this house has been closed for years. So how is this old woman here? Soon, he realizes that this place is truly haunted, because that old woman was not human. She was a ghost. On the other side, while Stella is exploring the house, she finds a mysterious room. That room belonged to a woman who once lived there, and her name was Sarah. She had written many books, and you will be surprised to hear how she used to write them. She gathers many kids around her and begins telling them a story. After that, she kills those kids and writes stories using their blood. The books she wrote were still kept there. When Stella looks at them, she finds they are filled with scary and horrifying stories. All those stories were written by Sarah. Meanwhile, the boy whom Stella and her friends had teased also reaches there. The sister of Stella's friend was with him too, as they were friends. In fact, Stella and her group teased him because he was a troublemaker. He used to irritate them a lot, and Stella was just taking her revenge. Now, when that boy finds out that Stella and her friends are inside this house, he quickly locks them in. His friend, who is the sister of Stella's friend, tries to stop him from doing this, but he tells her that if she cares so much, she can stay with them too, and he locks her inside as well. Now think about it: if someone is not a good friend to anyone, how can he be a good person? That bad boy leaves them locked inside the house in the darkness of night. They were all just kids, and they become terrified. They begin banging on the door and start screaming for help. The scene shifts outside the house, but no one comes to save them. And suddenly the door of the house opens on its own, as if some spirit helped them. Stella also takes Sarah's book with her, the one filled with scary stories, as she isn't afraid while picking up that book. After reaching home, Stella opens it and starts reading. She is shocked to see that the ink used in the story is still fresh. It looks wet, as if it was written just moments ago. The story is about that bad boy, the one who locked them inside the house and left. Stella begins reading it. On the other side, we see that same boy leaving the place. While going, he reaches some farmland. There is a strawman standing there. The boy notices that the strawman seems to be watching him. He gets frightened and starts running away, but the strawman begins to follow him. It attacks the boy and turns him into a strawman as well. That scene was terrifying. The next day, Stella feels uneasy because she had already read the story about him. She keeps wondering how Sarah could have written about that boy in such an old book. She decides to go and check on him with Ramon. On the way, they pass by that same farm. They notice a strawman standing there, wearing the exact same clothes as that boy. But how could they know that this strawman was actually him? Stella tells Ramon that maybe it is that boy. Ramon replies that he doesn't believe in such things. Later, when Stella reaches home, a second story begins writing itself in the book. It is about one of her male friends. Stella quickly starts tearing the pages of the book and immediately calls her friend. She tells him to do exactly what she says, because she has already read that story. She knows how he is going to die. Stella warns him not to go near the soup kept in his fridge, but the boy does not listen to her. He ignores her warning and starts eating the soup. Inside it, there was a toe from a dead body. Stella's friend cannot hear her and continues eating. That toe even reaches his mouth. Suddenly, that dead body appears there and starts asking, "Where is my toe? Where is my toe?" The corpse then drags Stella's friend away with it. When Stella and Ramon arrive to save him, they find no one there. Stella realizes that her friend is gone. She feels heartbroken and tells the others that they must act to stop all this from happening. The stories written in that book are coming true, so they decide to destroy the book. They go outside and try to burn it, but the fire has no effect on it. The book does not get destroyed by any method. Stella becomes more worried. She starts thinking about how this book is connected to them and who Sarah really was. Stella says they need to find out, and she begins researching about Sarah. She finds out many things. Sarah belonged to a rich family. They had everything and lived happily together. But Sarah developed dark habits. Someone taught her black magic, and she used it on her own family members. Because of this, her family members started disappearing. Stella explains all this to her friends. Meanwhile, another story begins writing itself in the book. Its main character is the sister of Stella's friend. They quickly rush to her to stop anything from happening. But before they arrive, a spider bites that girl on her cheek. A large pimple appears on her skin. After some time, tiny spiders start coming out of it, and she gets terrified. Then Stella and her friends reach there and take her to the hospital. To learn more about Sarah, Stella also goes to a hospital. She asks if they have any files related to Sarah and tells them everything. A staff member then informs them about a room. One of Stella's friends refuses to go inside that room. He says he saw someone in his dream who warned him not to enter it. He says that if he goes there, a chubby lady will kill him, so he decides to stay outside and asks them to go in. As Stella and Ramon enter that room, the hospital lights suddenly turn red. A chubby lady appears there and kills Stella's friend. She pulls him into her own body. When Stella goes further inside the room, she finds an audio player. On it, she listens to a conversation between Sarah and her brother. Her brother is forcing her to admit that she killed the kids. But Sarah says why would she confess to something she didn't do, because she never killed them. She tells him that it was his fault, as his factories were polluting the water. When the kids drank that water, they died because of it. But Sarah's brother starts beating her and forces her to say that she killed them. He makes her admit that she used black magic on them, which caused their deaths. Sarah is forced to say all this because she is in pain. Everyone then believes that Sarah is insane and a dangerous girl. Soon Sarah dies, but she wants revenge on her family, and she has the power to curse anyone. So she begins writing these deadly stories. Her family eventually died because of it, as Sarah had written stories against them in that book. Meanwhile, Stella looks at the book again and finds the same story in it. It was similar to how her friend was killed outside, and she couldn't save him. Soon, they are caught and questioned for being there without permission. A police officer takes the book from Stella and starts looking through it. He notices that the ink is still fresh and the story is continuing to write itself. He gets shocked. As he watches, some body parts begin falling nearby. Then suddenly, those parts start joining together. A creepy creature forms and begins moving in a strange way. That horrifying body attacks and kills the police officer. Then it starts moving towards Stella and Ramon. But Stella somehow manages to free herself and escapes outside, taking Ramon along with her. As they come out, it is raining heavily. Ramon tells Stella to quickly go to Sarah's house and finish what she couldn't. Maybe there was something left incomplete. On the other side, Ramon stays back and keeps that creepy creature busy, trying to stop it from attacking. Meanwhile, Stella reaches Sarah's house. Here we see that time has reversed. Now she is no longer Stella, but Sarah. In this moment, Sarah's family is still alive. Sarah's family mistakes Stella for Sarah and locks her inside the basement. They leave after locking the door, and Stella starts crying. Meanwhile, she feels Sarah's presence behind her. She begins to sob and tells Sarah not to worry, saying she understands that they treated her badly. Everyone misunderstood her. Even Stella admits that she also believed Sarah had killed those kids, because that is how the story was told. But now she knows the truth. She promises that she will reveal Sarah's real story to the world. Stella shows sympathy toward her, and Sarah slowly starts trusting her. Sarah gives her a stick and asks her to write a new story with it, using her own blood as ink. In reality, Sarah wants to be freed from this world, so she asks Stella to write that her soul should finally be set free. On the other side, Ramon is still fighting with that creepy creature. After several attempts, he also reaches that house. The creepy creature was about to kill him when it finally finds him. Just then, Sarah's soul gets released. Her soul is now free, meaning it has left this world. As soon as Sarah is gone, that creepy body disappears too, because it was only a character created by Sarah. Along with it, all the trapped souls are freed, and Stella and Ramon manage to escape. Stella returns home and, keeping her promise, begins writing a story about Sarah. It tells the truth that Sarah was never at fault. She publishes those writings and shares them with everyone. Now people finally understand that Sarah was not a bad girl. Stella feels happy after doing this. On the other side, Ramon joins the army, as he wants to serve his country. In the final scene of the movie, Stella is seen going somewhere with her father and the sister of her dead friend. She tells her father that she will bring her dead friends back by writing new stories in that book. With this hope, the movie comes to an end. If this story gave you chills, make sure to hit like. And if you want more dark and twisted stories like this, don't forget to subscribe and turn on the bell, because the next story might be even worse.